No.
Well, sort of off the armory is not the same way we're treating Kendra.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't even never find what she just as
Jason's letters.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's on.
perfect.
And just asks if they have any.
This is 9 o'clock, May 2026. I'll call a regular meeting of the Dolores County Board of Commissioners to order. Everybody can join me in the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
And looking at our agenda where we do have our Suffolk Regional Commissioner meeting this afternoon, we'll stick to the agenda fairly strictly. I don't have any additions or deletions. Commissioner Elman?
I don't have one either.
Commissioner Rose? Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor of approving the agenda?
Yes.
Yes. Moving into our expenditures, do you guys have any questions or vouchers?
I don't have any.
Just that one, but I guess we can address that later.
Yeah.
With the motion, we approve the expenditures.
A motion from Commissioner Yellen to approve expenditures.
I'll second that motion.
Second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving expenditures?
Yes.
Yes. Good, expenditures. Vote.
Yes.
Expenditures are approved and do not have any minutes. We will limit our public comment to 5 minutes per speaker for any item. Things two, and then to our 9 o'clock Sanmore Softly special event.
So this will be the third time they've submitted an applications for the 100-mile foot race. Nothing has changed from last year, pretty much the same. They're starting in Durango and they will be entering our county on Friday, August 14th, out in the middle of the day and Saturday morning. And they do have approval from CDOT to cross the highway in 2 different spots, south of Rico and north of Rico. And they do have permission from the Forest Service. Everything's pretty much the same as last year.
Is it a big participation?
They limit it to 100 runners.
Oh,
50 volunteers and it's 50 runner support.
Yep.
So 200 total,
And
including support.
there's 4 aid stations that will be in Dolores County. They'll set up at Burnett Creek, Cross Mountain, Calico, and Ryman Creek. And at each aid station, they'll have medical personnel there and I know have electrolyte drinks and stuff for the runners.
Tailwind sponsors.
Yeah, nothing has changed since last year. I'm not aware of any problems that have occurred. Keith has looked at the application and he doesn't have any concerns. I touched base with the sheriff this morning. He was gonna reach out to Rico emergency personnel and visit with them, see if they have any concerns. So. She had a link in here for the map. But it doesn't work, but if you wanna find out more information, I just Googled San Juan Softy and it brings up the routes and all that stuff. I do have a map if you guys wanna see the map. So she was not able to join by Zoom today, but I wanted to present that to you. They can do this argument.
does she do?
100 miles. Yes. Yeah, got a lot more ambition than me. So we go join, Phyllis?
Yeah. I'll be first in line, Linda.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of that doesn't impact to it, would be a fire. I mean, it's in August, the second week.
Yeah.
Are they camping now?
Yeah,
It'll be warm too then.
That should be true.
yeah.
It shouldn't be a fire.
Oh, I'm thinking a wildfire, similar to what I had last year with Stoners, so.
Did they have it last year? They
I
canceled.
don't know, because it was the,
think
I
the-
think we had to cancel because of the fire. didn't
Yeah.
I think it was, a lot of air quality. And so
think
reason.
so. Yeah.
Not fire impacting the route so much, but, I remember, like,
I think so, I think you're right. So, pretty basic. I can reach out to Dawn here in a little while to see what he found out from Rico. I would think he had already talked to me. I would think so.
So it sounds to me like on the record, since the applicant's not here, I think if staff just wanted a recommendation, make a recommendation, and state that she's spoken with the sheriff, spoken with the emergency manager, and staff's recommendation is approval.
Yes,
perfect. I'll make a motion to approve special event permit with San Juan Softy, pursuant to the North County ordinance number 17-1. Motion and second, any other discussion?
last year they paid the $250 fee. And I know they'll pay again, so they'll get a check submitted.
And their application was complete, and their insurance, you've seen their insurance.
Not seen their
The
insurance.
Insurance, she sent the CDOT and the Forest Service stuff, but nothing on the insurance yet, but she will.
So make sure you get before you give them the permit, make sure you get the money and the insurance. proof.
Insurance, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All in favor?
Yes.
I'm yes as well.
And then you can bring it Amber.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Amber, see you
Amber,
later.
you make sure it works. It's dollar store, so.
See you at 11.
Old business for wildfire code adoption, I think we'll find a little bit more out today at our regional commissioners meeting. From For me.
You're gonna ask the other commissioners what they're doing.
Yep.
Are you coming?
I will if you want me to, but in the past, I think it was sort of the no attorneys allowed kind of thing,
Some bring, some don't they?
Yeah.
I'll stick around too. I think I'll stay back and how about flying the wall?
Your Margaret sit in the back.
Okay.
Sure.
And old business support house downstairs carpet. Did we get an additional quote?
Jessica called last night and she said she has not been able to get with them yet, or they have not come out yet to measure in there, but she thought it would probably be similar to our office in here, and about the same size, maybe a little more or less. The only concern she has is that the quote we have is 90 days. So, don't know if they'll go up or down if we don't sign up by 90 days, if we're interested, whatever. So I think we're good. You still have it on your desk, I think.
Yeah.
And I think we're still okay, so that's up to you guys, if you wanna wait. She may try to measure herself and then send that to them and whatever, but that's up to you guys.
I'd like to have a complete quote with, because if we're gonna be doing it,
Yeah,
we need, I mean, and if it's in the worst. If it's in
Yes.
the worst condition than what we've got here, he's not.
okay, I will let her know that.
And they won't hardly even think about doing it unless they come out and measure themselves.
Keep that. and-
They've got a cool thing now. It's not like
A laser thing or something.
tape measure yet, so they
Yeah.
did it my teeth.
Okay, I will let her know that.
Small things impress me, as my son says. You're impressed easily, mother.
And then she also, I know it's not on there, but since she called me, she also said that she locked the faucet over here at Debbie Park, and then the one is off, so she said if we still keep using a lot of water, maybe there's a leak somewhere, or we might, I said we might have to consider putting cameras up that
Yeah.
continues.
So
So just
$600 out of the one.
Everybody sees, I never see, but everybody does.
Yeah, so just keep in mind next time you see the water bill, keep an eye on it. And then we'll see, we'll go from there. So. Okay.
You could always bump the 11 o'clock. Since there's no oven, throughout.
We're gonna see if this thing probably about it, but we can talk about it before and then we can talk about it. Nothing.
You order?
Yes, and she was supposed to call Amber this morning and I was sending her a message that I will know saying we might, if she was available, we would like to go visit about it. But that's up to you. If you guys wanna move it up, we'll move it up, and then when she calls, you'll.
I guess what I was thinking is, the board would just task you with
Okay,
dealing with her outside of the meeting.
I think that's great.
okay,
We can move that
Move
up
that.
to everything. All right.
okay. Amber was gonna bring Max over, but you text her and we come back.
If you guys want, I was just saying.
In that case, we can move, yeah, bring our new business a little later. So I'll make a motion to go into executive session to receive legal advice from counsel pursuant to the CRS 24-6-402, section 1.
So I added, I don't know if you saw the amended agenda, but I also added, for potential purchase of real property pursuant to 24-6-4024A and for possibly developing a negotiation strategy under CRS 24-6-424E. The first one does not require, it's my opinion, would not require a recording, since it's attorney-client privilege. The second two will require a recording. So I wasn't really sure what we were talking about. It's my understanding. We have a lease facility now.
Yes.
And it's a long-term lease facility, and perhaps we want to talk about the person, talk to the person about moving it. We talked with amongst you guys.
Are we in executive session?
What's going on?
Not yet,
Guys, gotta wait.
not yet.
Have a motion for the executive session, just determining what type of executive session I think is to be recorded or not.
So. Are you gonna ask, is the basis of it mostly, it's the basis of it that you know right now for the purpose of receiving legal advice regarding what you can and cannot do?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just stick with CRS 24-6-424B. To receive legal advice from counsel, assistant attorneys opinions that the matters constitute attorney-client privilege communication, therefore no minutes or recordings be.
We'll move into that.
All in favor of moving into executive session?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, as well. And I mean, we can leave that up, or you can go into DCTV if that works for you guys.
Oh,
And
perfect.
that worked fairly well last time.
That's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just gonna mute it, guys, and they'll be back here in a little bit.
Like you.
All right.
So did they do the title or the lottery funds and all that? No.
Mm-mm. No, haven't done any of that.
Hey there.
Sorry, there was another realtor calling about that place at the subdivision. But they did the San Juan Softy?
Yes,
Okay,
and it's good.
okay.
How are you, Danny? Oh, look at your leg.
I know. Well, all of us have cringed.
I can't believe you did that. It was like a freak accident, wasn't it?
But
Remember when David Harrington was reading and something he put to the side and he had and that went through the back bottom of his foot, through the top of his foot. Like the freak, even the doctor said they'd never ever, didn't even know it could happen.
Oh, my.
I didn't know it.
Yeah, it was crazy. He couldn't have surgery and clean, it was crazy.
Sheila, we're out of executive session now. Good. Okay. Margaret, we have 10 minutes. Think we could hit new business with our Title III funds?
So in front of you guys, you have the public notice that I have to put in the paper for 45 days.
Yeah.
And I just need your approval of that today, and then we advertise 6 weeks. And then we're good to go with what we've received.
Perfect. And how long, when was the last time we advertised?
2020, so it's been a while.
I'll make a motion to approve the Title III fund advertisement. For application.
Seconded.
Motion and a second, any other discussion? No. None, all in favor?
Yes.
This is that.
Mr. Johnson had a 5-minute public comment question too, if you have time, just for, just letting you know.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a public comment, it's I guess an inquiry or request or something. What I'm up against is we're trying to do some xeriscaping and my boss told me she wants colored gravel on it, and we have checked everywhere from Albuquerque to Canyon City for the colored gravel, which is tough to find. Out here at your elevator, you've got a big stack of gravel. Would you be interested in selling about 5 tons of that?
Out there where?
Johnny Johnson's elevator.
Oh,
She wants blue and white. Now I can buy yellow and red locally. That woman won't go for that, so she wants blue and white. And there's some out there that's about the right color. I could put down a bin lift of that and then go to, we found some in Montrose and some in Grand Junction.
she really wants them.
Oh, God, you're telling me. So I didn't know if you guys ever sold gravel or not, so I'm just asking.
Would that be competition with private enterprise?
Yeah, if you started doing that, then you have to advertise it, and let everyone buy it, and if you're already using it for the roads.
You might ask Steve where he got that.
Yeah, that's what's my next thing.
Steve Davis asked him where he got that particular color and see if you can buy it from that
Yeah.
gravel pit.
So it's not local, well, it may be local, I don't know,
Yeah.
but we've been to every pit in the 4 corners.
We would have got it local.
Yeah.
Did we crush it?
It is crushed, the one I'm looking at is crushed, it's about a 3/4 crush.
I'm just wondering if we crushed it.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I would ask him.
How much did you need?
I need a total of 5 cubic yards, which is gonna be about 8 tons. So, but I'm just gonna do the underlayment, which is gonna be roughly half of that, so 4 or 5 tons.
I wanted to get a trade out. Cause we don't care what color it is. We don't care what color our gravel is, as long as it's the same quality. And if somebody brought a belly dump full of good gravel and traded it for the colored gravel, but it's up to the board.
I think we'll want to talk to Steve first and get the details on it
Okay,
and see where it
you want
came.
me to do that?
Oh, yeah, we both can.
Okay,
Yes, ask him where he got it.
Yeah,
okay, I will, but
Yeah.
I've been never pet around here and it's a different color on
crushed that.
Well, we didn't, I don't know, crush, I bet.
And we crushed it ourselves.
it. I'll just go talk to Steve.
Yeah, we'll touch base with him too, because I think it would have to be some type of trade, because just selling it outright.
Well, the belly dump haul is about 25 tons,
Oh, and you said you only needed, how much?
45.
Oh,
Like little dump trailers.
yeah, no,
Probably, I've got a little, like Rocky's trailer, oh,
Right,
I've got one, it's a little one. I need about 2 trailers though.
yeah.
oh, that's it.
Yeah, what was Steve can get details
Okay.
on where it came from and,
I think a trade out would be easier than a purchase.
yeah.
Okay,
That makes sense.
whatever works, I'm just checking it out. All right, appreciate your time, thank you.
And I don't think he's there today.
Okay, well, I
He went on
don't do anything today,
He went on the field trip or something.
but I don't know, I haven't been programmed yet, so I'll go on and get programmed.
Why don't you keep all stuff?
Thank you guys, everybody.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes, enough time for lottery funds.
Yeah.
I think easy.
You guys have the paperwork in front of you. Shayla was sick that day, so I took over for her.
Yeah,
We met with the lottery board and they made their recommendations, and so that's what you guys have. I guess, right, Shayla? They got it in the
Yeah.
packet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are okay with that?
It's on your email, folks.
Oh, something else?
Yeah.
That's how they would like to have the funds distributed.
The lottery board recommends and then we just make the final.
Guys just say yes or no.
so we've got this broken up over the 5 entities.
Yeah,
What's your recommendation, Margaret?
if they made a good choice, they made good choices. I think it helps everybody that asked for funds and,
They didn't get their total request, but they got something.
right. Yes.
What do you think, Linda?
I'm comfortable with what's here. I make a motion, we approve the lottery funds that were distributed to the 5 people that applied for it.
Application will be the Colorado Laureate Delta for $1,000. The Senior Center, George County Senior Center for
400.
400.
They asked for 3 and they wanted to give them 4 because they said, we know how much flowers cost.
Yeah. There for 3,400. And this last one, Capone Park, 2,000, and the Rico subdivision for 700.
It's not the subdivision, it's the pavilion.
Okay. For a second,
I'll second the motion.
motion second, any other discussion?
None for me,
No,
All in favor?
yes.
yes.
And yes as well. I'm sorry about that, Shayla, with the amounts and what entities those are going to. It's vertical on my
Oh,
computer, so I
sorry.
need to get you those exact.
Gotcha, sorry.
Yeah, so.
I could have printed it out, sorry about.
Couple minutes early on one watch, a couple after on another, so. Thank you guys for coming. I'll turn it over to you. And I know for the purpose today, we do have a Southwest Regional meeting this afternoon, so we're gonna keep it fairly strict with the time division, but so.
We don't need much.
Kick it over to you.
We just want to open a dispensary. In Dolores County, there isn't one. We were kind of thrown our way around, I did like one in Puerto Rico. Mancus does it, and they support their whole police department with it.
They do it on a transaction fee. So that it goes directly to the town of Mancus instead of the county tax that goes, so it goes directly to what they want.
So the town of Duck Creek would be the town of Duck Creek.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you could put on
but the county could tax
whatever they want to tax,
their portion as well.
but you both get essentially mailbox money as we.
Could levy the transaction fee. It wouldn't be the tax unless we want to.
You could impose it.
You could impose a tax or you can do a transaction fee. So I did some looking and I don't have great numbers because some of this information is a little hard to get through. But there's been several reports that average one dispensary by itself retail is about $3 million a year in revenue. So I don't know what people generally spend per trip into a dispensary. There's not really any data on that. They don't report that, So I broke it down and say if you spent $20 per trip on a transaction fee of $4 on a $250,000 a month. $20 transaction fees, if they were all $20, that'd be 12,500 transactions. That would 12,500 transactions, and it would equal $49,875. That's a month. If every transaction was $100, because I just don't know, so I was giving you a range.
That was $20.
That was a $20 per
transaction.
Yeah, so if you walked in there and spent $20, the $4 transaction fee
So
on top of it
for a
would
$20 transaction, you're looking at 50,000 a month.
roughly. Yep. And if every transaction was $100 and you only got $4 on that 100, you'd still have 9,975 a month. So, and I just offered a range there because I really don't know what people typically spend per transaction. There are rules like how much you can buy at a time and possess at a time. So you couldn't walk in there and spend $1,000. They can't sell you that much
Pounds.
in one
No,
day.
you
Yeah.
sell one out
So
per day.
So there is some rules that would limit what you could purchase, but it wouldn't be crazy to get to $100. I really don't think. What did you say you found? $15 was the typical cost
Per item.
per item at one of those retail stores. So we're trying to come up with ranges to give you guys an idea of what kind of revenue you can
Then
make.
like Mancus is 1.4, or you 1.4 is
The county
what they
tax.
raised it.
Now theirs is in the city limits.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So like it,
So yours would be what you're thinking, can't be in the city limits.
Well, that's up to you guys. If it was in the city
You don't
limits,
control that. That
Oh,
would be the
well,
town board.
I mean, if
but so it's up to the town, I
If
should.
we did that on a ballot initiative and it failed big time. With
I
the
think-
town of Duck Creek.
I think people probably have a different
outlook.
outlook.
Well, our outlook is we don't have any money, so let's stop taxing the people that live here that don't already have any money. Why don't we bring in something that would generate revenue? And this is a quick solution. To turn immediate revenue, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It wouldn't take you 5 years to develop it. You know,
Just the 1 year sales. Like,
yeah, well, I mean,
Monthly.
you could do it monthly or quarterly, however you want to do it.
And we're not, we don't want it to be like Cortez where there's one every quarter.
No.
That's,
there are 9.
well, in Montezuma County, there's 13. So that's why we're proposing like one in Duck Creek, one in Rico. They're separate.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can just say we're gonna allow you guys to put that one in, and then when Doobie Sisters sees that Dolores County's open for business, they've already got.
You have to apply.
They've already got
there's some control it.
No, you can't discriminate against people that are coming in. You have to have zoning and the ability to keep distances and such. But
Kind of like the liquor store, you can't put a liquor store in there where there's another one so many,
yeah,
half a mile or something that, yeah. It's like a big deal, I know.
I mean, so if you guys wanted to open one, I get that, but you're not gonna be the only one. I mean, you're gonna have, I say Doobie Sisters because they seem to be geared up and ready to go. They've already got the supply chain, they've already got the growers, they've already got everything. So my fear would be is.
We've
We
got
already
all
got
that.
that lined out, but
Yeah.
if we're waiting for a.
No, I
Not
understand
that
that.
difficult.
But it's not gonna be just you.
Right.
So what you're saying is other ones can come in.
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna be able to limit it to like just you guys.
Just one here and one in Rico or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I understand that, but I mean, it's still an application process, so I don't know how you could say, like, just because you allow one doesn't mean 50 can show up. You still have to give the application approval. You know
Even
what
if
I'm
we
saying?
disapprove it, I mean, what are the chances of being sued?
You have to come up with a regulation scheme, and you'd have to have some rational basis for what you were doing. So you would have to regulate, you couldn't just say, we're gonna allow one in the entire county. You'd have to adopt a regulation scheme for Dolores County that would say, we require a certain distance from each facility and stuff like that. But otherwise, you're gonna get sued from these big companies that would, I mean, there's no question in my mind, these existing companies are gonna be chomping at the bit to put a dispensary right on the border. And there's no, of course they are. And this was all discussed back, we have an ordinance banning the cultivation and sale in the county. And this was all discussed back then in terms of how much money it would bring and how much potential money it could bring. And that's what convinced the Board of County Commissioners to put it out there as a referendum, so to speak. And the voters said, no, we don't want it here. We don't care how much it brings in. I think you're right. Times are tough. All of a sudden we're feeling the pinch on oil and gas, and maybe the time is right to do it. But it would be adopting countywide marijuana regulations that had a rational basis for what you were trying to do, which is all doable. And
Are you saying in the city limits, so?
We're talking county.
Oh,
For us, it
you're-
would have to be county.
We brought up Mancus's transaction.
Oh, okay, I just-
For the town to get.
Yeah,
Or
I'm guessing that's probably where the most data is from municipalities that are receiving that.
Yes.
Make us Dolores. I think Dolores is probably similar than.
I bet there's very few that aren't within a city municipality. Mancos, Cortez, and Dolores. Is there any that's out in the county? No. You know,
I don't know.
that one in Mancos is in town, and
Mhm.
one in Dolores is in town.
Well, like when you go through your Ray, Montrose, they're in the city and out of the city. They're everywhere.
I think that if I had to guess, I would say that's because they want to be in a population center where you're gonna have more customers. But that state line is gonna be a different animal.
Well, I mean, any type of revenue from that probably our tourist population is very low. I mean, we have Dry County, right, or state next door, and recreational tourism here. I mean, sports a lot for travel.
Oh, look how many vehicles go up and down this highway every day.
In the summer, it's a lot.
For, for no more than goes on around here.
It's
It's
a
a crazy amount of traffic.
Why would Mesa Verde?
Yep.
We're right, more and left like that.
Yeah.
Um, But fielded quite a few calls over the last few months on the subject, and the dinosaur up northwest too, right on the Utah border. It's almost
They average like 3 million.
sales or revenue.
So
Then we've got some general this year, next year 27. Thinking about questions, what that would look like. For me, I think it's a lot to think about. Look out. Definitely with the regulations, all of that would have to be laid out very well before. But I see when you potentially could have a dispensary on every corner.
Is where you're considering close to town or east, west side, or you don't have to say if you don't, okay,
Yeah.
we have ideas, but I mean, one's in town, one's out of town.
you're in the baby stages.
Yeah.
So do we have to do about first to have them do dispensary?
No, I mean, you don't have.
Personally, I would like to see what populous things.
Have you discussed, took this to the town board yet?
But that's just me.
Yeah, I understand.
So I can tell you that other counties do a specific, as they said, do a specific marijuana sales tax. So Adams County does 3% sales tax just on marijuana. And then a vendor fee of 1% of 1% of tax.
So I mean, why couldn't we impose a special fee for the school too? I mean,
When all this
everybody's
went from the
struggling.
state of Colorado, so much of this was all going to the schools.
Well, but I
All
mean,
that,
I mean,
No, I'm
impose
saying-
one here at
and
home
it never
doesn't
did.
get
Yeah.
connected with the
I
black.
never did go to.
Yeah, we can make transaction fees for the school, the county.
Carve it out where
town.
the percentage of whatever percentage that is, revenue would go to the different buckets.
Yeah, like
Municipalities,
you guys,
school
it
district,
goes directly to you, the schools,
Yeah.
the towns,
fire
whatever.
protection district,
Yeah.
whatever.
It
put all-
it'd
yeah.
be good for the.
Then
Yeah, I mean, you could
yeah,
literally
I mean,
put a
the
permit right there.
potential.
But
But the way the town's hurting, county's hurting.
I mean,
and
hurting
the fact that all
financially,
of our
but
residents
also
are driving
our-
down there and getting it anyways. and
Our
whatever.
state are suffering because especially on fixed income with rising costs, it's hard to put more on people right now. But
I mean, it's bringing, we're not trying to have it grow. We don't want the grow problem.
water. Think about
Whoa,
The smell and like,
Yeah, I don't wanna drive through town and smell like a skunk the whole time. That's not.
that's where the Denver distributor would be our outlet here. They already smell up there, so they can.
Durango stinks. Yeah, the one that's right in Grandview, Durango Organics. You will drive by on the highway and it stinks, you're never out growing anything in there, in that facility, it's just stinky stuff. But. It smells like a skunk. No one complains when the stuff, when the skunk is from over.
Do you guys have a dispensary already somewhere? No.
Wish we did, we could provide a whole bunch more data for you.
It's hard getting it.
Is that,
It's hard to piece it all together. The data's there. It's just.
You guys looked at Telluride?
mm,
That's a tough one to break out, but I think their revenue's pretty high.
Do they have a sales tax?
Yes.
Do they just have a general sales tax?
They have a general sales tax, no specific. No.
Thank you for the new people there that can get us.
be fine. I mean, when the town put it on the ballot, it was really researched, but they have a lot of paperwork there.
I think there's probably, if you wanted to go this route, I'm gonna guess there are industry experts and would come in and do a projection exactly on what your sales would be there.
Yeah.
And what your reasonable revenue would be off the sales, but I think there's probably consultants coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. That, I mean, just so much to add. I'd like to hear what like the Sheriff's Association would say across the state, what the opinion would be. Yeah, there's a lot that should be looked at. This is a pretty divisive topic, but
And I think just the other thing to keep in mind is you guys have always had a good relationship with San Juan County over there.
yeah,
Are they gonna say, what are you doing to us here? All our people are running across the border and bringing marijuana back.
Doing it.
They go straight to
dog's
Cortez,
working pretty hard right now.
just like all of our residents go straight to Cortez and buy it anyways. That's what I'm saying, we're missing the game on revenue here.
This is all, I mean.
Oh, we'll wait later.
You're sort of preaching to the choir because this all discussed when the law first came in. And they said, if the voters want it, we'll do it. And the voters didn't want it. And
I do think it's different now than when legalization first went in. I don't think you're gonna see the massive impact simply because it's been established in the state for so long. I mean, example, first year of legalization, teen homelessness went up 300%. You're not gonna see that now.
I think it's down, I look 40% across the state in sales, retail sales of what it was. I think it's 40%.
as New Mexico legalized.
Is that what it is?
I think a lot of.
They were talking about how many closed retail stores have closed. A lot of that's up north and,
Well, at one point, Memphis had 3, now they're down to 1.
yeah, I think they said down 40% statewide.
I think if you were gonna, I mean, you would also have the option, if you were gonna put it on the ballot, you could put it on the ballot with a taxing question.
Yeah.
You could do you could do, should marijuana sales be legalized and.
You're gonna have to have the other side of it to actually obtain revenue from them.
Yeah. Technically, you're not supposed to have a 2-part question, but people do it all the time. Maybe a public workshop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we include this in our workshop discussions. It's in with everything else, looking at our revenue. Any other discussion?
So we could set up a public workshop with,
If you want to, just for this particular topic, yeah, we sure could.
Perfect, we'll bring friends.
huh?
We'll bring friends.
Great friends.
Yeah.
Your friends.
Oh,
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yeah, you guys.
No, I just came to listen.
Oh, okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Did you receive my email?
Yeah.
I forgot to send it to him. Dennis, but, yeah, that we have talked, when I was running for commissioner, I talked to, one in Telluride and then Doobie Sisters have been in touch with us as far as our property being in the county, but close to town, you know, so. And that let us know what's going on because we absolutely want
How did I know?
it.
Could you write that letter?
Yeah.
You have it,
Yeah. I
can
have
you
it.
read it out loud?
I don't know email for I don't know. It's so complicated, guys.
I printed it out for.
I sent it to you, but
I called it deep, dinosaur town.
Yeah.
like Dennis said, there's examples out there, it's 8 years. There's
There's
statistics.
templates for that.
We'd like to add information and consideration by the Dolores County Commissioners investigating allowing medical recreational marijuana sales in the county. So we have research and contact the town of Dinosaur, Colorado, 3 miles in from Utah border that's had dispensaries for 8 years. Is advised to look at that example as to what worked when making a decision. The revenue, income, jobs, and bringing in people from out of the county are 3 obvious benefits. We have been in contact for years with 3 area locally run dispensary companies in the Southwest Colorado region that have expressed interest in knowing when Dolores County would allow a marijuana sales facility with regard to leasing the property owned at 61888 Wayne. The location has an existing turning lane into Weber Road with access to the property off of that. It resides in the county, but it's close to the town to encourage additional advantages to other businesses from customers stopping. There's good proximity to county law enforcement for response time. We look forward to the potential for bringing in a reputable operation that would benefit the bottom line of the county and to the trip and well-beings.
The Doobie Sisters are ready,
Yeah, it's just,
chomping at the bit.
and then there's Alpine,
Alpine,
that just has left Telluride, they have one in Telluride, and then one in Norwood in San Miguel County, and something happened with the application with a federal question on it, if you
it's a
just
catch
say,
22 question.
or if you answer yes, then you're saying you're committing a federal crime, and if you answer no, then you're.
I think Dennis was trying to explain to them, but I don't think they were understanding
It's just,
that
if it's open up, it's open up.
Yeah.
And your regulations are gonna be based on your land use code most
Yeah.
likely. So you have to go and get your state license, and that's where you have to pass like morality and background and all that stuff. And then you have to go through the local process, and the local process is typically the land use code process. And I'm not sure how much you can limit the number once you open the barn door. I mean, that's the only issue.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even sure it's the same as
liquor.
so liquor is regulated by the state. The state will only grant so many licenses per, area. And then the same thing with, I think marijuana watches, you can't be within a certain distance of schools and stuff like that. So I don't think the county has as much say on like, we're only gonna allow 3 marijuana dispensary. I don't think it works that way, you guys. I could be wrong, but I've never heard that. You put a process in place, most likely it would be amendment to a land use code that would require. I mean, I suppose you could put some limitation in areas, but, I don't know, in all fairness, how are you gonna do that? Is it first come, first serve, and are you gonna have 10 applications waiting for you the second you make it legal? I just guess Dooley Brothers would be all over it. Sister side.
10 years, actually. I go to them once a month. I go to all of the establishments once a month.
And there's no question that there's money.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they know me, hi, paper boy.
I mean, I'd like to see more data on
I never.
revenue from comparable counties, municipalities. And then also speak with the other entities that are impacted by it. Let's talk with school. Yeah, term association, police association, things like that.
And I think a example of the dinosaur 3 months is the distance, and they ended up with 3 facilities, and it may be like Meg is a factor of who gets there first, and then is there room to have, you know, what is the actual, capital, you know, work between the 8 miles between town of Duck Creek and the Utah border, and also,
People from Moab are passing through town.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends.
But, as
With
far as
Moab.
the state line, there's also some regulation, proximity to, or maybe it's not proximity, but it's if the property owner also has a liquor license, they can't have a,
Hmm.
there's something with the state line having a liquor license and that they might not be able to have a facility there.
So that won't be one toke over one.
Well, this has been a while. I'd have to refresh my review of the statutes and see what other states have, or counties have done, but. I mean, I don't think the question has ever been a matter of whether it would make money. You know, we had a pretty conservative board. That was convinced it would probably make money. It was just whether or not they felt that county citizens were willing to trade the downside for the upside. And I think that remains the question.
Dinosaurs is that example.
They didn't want to be called the pot town.
Yeah, but
But
they also got the
revenue-
money for increased enforcement. And therefore, there's been no change. I know this because
They said there's no causal.
nothing.
Because so the last ballot question was just for the municipality here, it wasn't for the county.
Yes. The most recent one.
No, we wouldn't have done that.
No,
No, I
No.
think it was for
It
county.
was for the county.
oh, but
And-
the,
That was in 22,
No.
23.
23.
but town did one in
Town
23,
one did.
and it failed like beyond fail.
And the counties,
Wasn't that earlier?
The town, did the county ever do a ballot?
I think
Yes.
initially, right at the
Yes,
time,
we did,
after
but
the, like after it was.
I think they,
Here it is. We did a November 6, 2012
Yeah.
ballot. And 55% of the vote cast on the ballot were against the adoption of Amendment 64 in Dolores County. That's when we did it, and then as a result of that, the board adopted the ordinance. Basically banning it in the county.
in 2012.
So 2012 was when we did it last.
oh,
Gosh, it's been that long.
15 years and it would
What?
be.
I like just a ballot question every year with it, but I mean, 14 years.
More recent. Yeah, the scope of also the, as I was saying, the pressure on the finances might change a lot of people's.
Yeah.
And education of how to work, because I think that was the thing, people were also scared. Of what it was gonna do initially, so. If you can use those examples and have some education. 55% is not too.
In the Pinto bin, we had a THC 101, trying to edify the public on the benefits of the subject. So it went well.
That stuff,
Mm-hmm.
when they've done that.
You're good to plug into a workshop.
Yeah.
That was Ernie, Julie, and Doug. That seems way too long ago.
So workshop will be a.
mhm.
Opportunity to. Get it, we'll start it again.
And they said they'd come and bring friends, so.
There were a lot of people that wanted to do it last time too.
Oh, yeah.
In 2012.
Yeah. I just worry that these guys don't realize it. It's gonna be the big hitters are gonna be instantly
Well,
here.
yes. And
And they've already got it down to a fine.
Oh, yeah.
From what I've heard, their stores are beautiful, spotless clean. It's not,
The
yeah,
security.
like a
The
well
security.
machine.
yeah, well-oiled machine, yeah. I've never been in one, but that's what they said it's, and they have somebody that follows you. that's right with you.
I know all the things. It's very well
Yeah,
done.
then it's like I said, they said they wish grocery stores was as spotless clean as most of those stores
I mean,
are.
really, what would it look like? Having 15
But
dispensaries.
Between here and.
it's called
I mean,
tourism.
really.
It's called tourism and
Looking
there
at
is
it, like, I mean,
marijuana tourism.
I'm picturing that, what would that look like?
Well, so anything commercial in the county. I mean, the ag land or land use, highway frontage, everything would be potentially.
So we don't have, we do not have zoning in Dolores County.
Right.
And we've talked for a long time about should we do a commercial zone along 491 that would allow billboards? And it's always been sort of decided no. So there is currently there would be no restriction on zoning, so it would just be on a case by case basis where it was going.
Looking at the traffic and
Which I don't like.
houses.
Case by case, I would like to have something short up or. I would think.
Well, we don't have anything for liquor stores. The state says whether they can put it there and then they come in and apply and then they'd have to go through our process if they're in the county. But if they're in the town, we don't have any say at all.
No.
Now I don't know if we.
Where's the check and balance gonna come in? That's not gonna leave us
Yeah.
vulnerable to sometimes see.
And Rita's.
So I'm wondering if can we do, I don't know if we can tax, I think we can tax in the town. The marijuana sale.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Speed the
there could be a county and a town tax on the marijuana sale.
It's just that they turned the road over last year's.
yeah.
They just did one?
Yeah, 2 years ago. They did do one on the ballot. Yeah, a couple of years.
For what?
23, 22,
Sales tax.
22
Question for marijuana.
No.
for the
Yeah.
town.
How,
Down, it failed, the sales tax.
It was the same as the sales tax here.
Cause I said the sales tax
Same year.
will fail and the marijuana will win over and the failed terrible and the sales tax went through.
how bad did it fail?
Big time.
That was only 3 years ago, you guys.
It really failed.
For the town.
In fact, I was shocked it failed. I figured the sales tax would fail and the marijuana would.
I think, and there wasn't very much education out there. They kind of slid in.
Rico's in a similar spot. We've got Dove Creek that's going Cortez. Rico's supposed to tell you
I'm
that.
surprised Rico hasn't put one in the
We
town.
did all the paperwork, the voters passed it, they were legal to open dispensaries, nobody did.
I wonder if
So we have a family that
How
was
was-
a dispenser,
Yeah.
Telluride.
I don't think they're realizing them. They're saying about numbers. I don't think you're gonna have the numbers.
I think you will.
You think?
I think you'll have the numbers coming across the border. That's
Yeah.
a major trucking route. That's
Tourists.
going to Moab, people going to Moab. Oh, shoot, we should stop here. We're going to Moab, just like liquor stores.
But it's
Sample,
illegal.
yes.
It's illegal in Moab.
No, there's one.
Well, there's one shop opening up for medical marijuana.
Medical marijuana, but as far as recreation is illegal in state of Utah.
No, but it's easy to get a car and go in.
I wonder what the numbers would look like medicinal versus recreational.
That's where having an expert.
I didn't think anyone even
Bother to get
bothered medicinal anymore.
No, it's just higher potency.
Yeah, you can get more, like they were saying, you can really buy an ounce.
And I said today that I was gonna stick to the agenda
So
for
we need to
time,
do it,
and
yeah.
so,
Yes.
yeah, sorry, Corellia.
So we'll.
You're
get a
okay.
workshop Scheduled on this.
Yes, I'll let you guys know if you can have it.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Yes, we did.
In the middle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Can you guys hear me okay?
It's a little fast.
We can't hear you for some reason, Corellia. Hang on.
What is the 17th?
Can you hear us? Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, we see you shaking your head. Hang on just a second. Where's my?
It's okay. All the big waves would show up and then you're gonna get a better feel for what.
Dispenser, we wanna do this, we wanna have, it. So we finally gave in and did all of everything. Got approved. Okay, now you can go after them. What do you think? I don't know if that's what the reason was or what they were thinking. We have one family that has a dispensary in Colorado, if I live in Utah. Another family that's in Rico that has a dispenser in Dolores.
Is there any limit on the percentage you tax it?
I think there is, but. I don't think they know what they're.
I mean, if Adams County's getting 3% off of the.
Well, I don't know.
Holy smokes, how much money are they pouring?
On today's meeting, that was.
I don't know.
Regarding
I don't know what I get.
law enforcement and health department and. Because where's law enforcement?
They're against them. Oh, yeah. Done, it's totally. So, I mean, Montgomery County, they all. They're. Not immune to it. Said it's. Based.
And personally, I mean, when they come across meth or fentanyl, there's usually weed with it too. Correlation.
Try now.
Causation, but
Hello, test.
Okay, nope.
So it's selling their soul for
what?
the question is. Separate the money first. What if you receive no money?
Let me see if I can get a hold of Keith real quick. Hang on just a second. I apologize.
Why would you sell your morals for?
Yeah.
And that's how everyone should look at it. Pretend there's no money, would you vote for it?
Well, I mean, but throwing it out there.
Okay, how about now?
What would it look like having?
How about now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It happens.
Monday.
You get flustered and you gotta do it. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you guys for having me and sorry to interrupt a ravishing conversation, it sounded like, about pot shops.
Extremely divisive issue, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have plenty down here. So I'm just meeting with you guys again to check in on the plan progress. I don't know if Shayla was able to get the most updated copy to you guys, either digital or hard copy. But I worked on starting to flesh out that chapter 7 and 8, building on key relationships. And then that chapter 8, what kind of the county and the state partners and federal partners should know as they're working with us. And then I believe, Eric, you were going to work on that chapter 3, talking a little more detail about, what Dolores County looks like, hopes for.
Yeah, just painting the picture that of Dolores County.
Yeah. So I guess what I would ask this morning is if you guys have any comments on that chapter 7 and 8 as I've started it. And then Eric, whenever you get, any drafts that you want me to plug in and start seeing how it fits, please do.
Perfect. I could send you my draft this week.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Thanks.
And then if you guys look at that chapter 8, let me see if it tells me what page. It's page 25. I laid out 5 specific factors for successful private lands conservation as we're working. And if there's anything that you want to add that I haven't captured, or if you want to change anything. And of course, as we go through these iterations, we can always go back through.
So the funding that closes on what, Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
And is that something you would like me to take a stab at with that application? Or are we holding off on that?
feel like it's had some valuable and meaningful work for residents here with the Z dikes. So,
And then your removal of the Russian olive and tamarask, that's it.
Yeah, that's been a huge one, and it is very important for drought,
yeah,
resilience and resistance. So what I'll do, I'll get into that Nature Conservancy space for that application, and then it should be, I guess, Margaret, would it be you, or is Margaret still in the room? I saw her run around.
no,
Um,
she's
Okay.
We'll say
So-
Shay.
I can email Shayla and Lenore for that financial information that they always ask in grants. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. And then just make the application for private lands, tamarisk and Russian olive removal
And
and
also,
Z-dike work.
Z dike, are you doing for the,
Yeah, so we do Nate Seward and I, he's with CPW. I think at least Eric and Phyllis, you met him at that meeting in the spring. He and I put an application in for CPW. We haven't heard back. The application said we were supposed to hear back at the end of April, and here we are almost end of May. So we'll see. But yeah, we still have landowners that are interested in that work, obviously pending funds. So
have any landowners dropped out?
no, we do have a landowner, that the Kresslers, they're having some property transition between mom and dad to kids. And so, depending on what kids want to do with property. But everyone is still interested. It's one of those things that, when you first hear about it, you're like, I don't know, is this going to work? And then it actually works and looks good and people are excited about it. So I think now would be the time to look at those adjacent property owners, the neighbors, and trying to expand the work. But of course, right now we don't have money. So
Yeah. I don't have anything for 7 and 8.
okay.
My end.
nothing other than that. I can't bring mine up right now, so, but I don't have anything. It's been pretty.
Great. The tech is just working against us today. I understand. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll get
And I'll
started
send you
on that.
the 3 this week.
Okay, great. Thank you, Eric. And then just so you all know, I have sent this draft as is to Nate Seward, and told him, he asked, well, when do you want me to get back to you with any comments or inputs? So I gave him August 5th. I figured that would be a good time for me to work on stuff, him to look at it. Hopefully we can get some more work going in between then and now. Do you guys want to schedule a September, October meeting to check in again, or?
Yes.
Okay.
How about that? Ooh, let's see. Yeah, how about the 8th of September,
Okay,
Tuesday?
that sounds good. And what time?
Now, that's the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yes.
That's the problem, you won't be on vacation.
Nope, we're here at school.
I might be on a yacht, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, send us pictures.
Yeah.
We just want to plug it in for 10:30. Just keep,
Yeah,
That's
that works
what
for
it is.
me, yeah.
Okay.
I think you're the only thing we've got scheduled right now for that day, so.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys, and we'll keep plugging away, and I appreciate input.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, I'll be in touch, Shayla, for financial stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you all. Bye.
About 11:30.
Yeah, we're in recess.
Okay, we'll go to recess.
Yeah, we'll recess. 15, is that right?
Yeah.
Back to 11. Yeah. We're recess for 15.